Nick has gay OCD.
I do.
So this is just a hard projection on his part.
I just got rid of the bit, too. I no longer feel like I have it. I mean, I sometimes do, but I don't often feel like I have it.
You know what they say about OCD?
It's
It
gay.
never goes away.
It's gay.
It is pretty gay to have OCD.
I don't think OCD doesn't go away, but I do think the target of it does. It's always a moving target.
So you feel like you're no longer. I mean, you weren't. I guess kind of the essence of having homosexual OCD is not wanting to be gay, right?
I think it is based in homophobia.
Right.
Yeah, I do think so.
Because I've never had, despite having OCD, I've never had homosexual OCD because I don't think I'd give a flying fuck if I was gay.
Yeah, I don't truly, but I grew up in this is how the bit was going before I got rid of it because I just don't relate to it anymore. But I did grow up in we grew up in a homophobic culture.
Right.
And
you grew up kind of religious.
Yeah, but that wasn't even it. It was like I grew up around Irish, Italian, and black kids.
Like your school because your parents aren't homophobic.
No, but they also never talked to me about fucking anything. So
right,
it's like I learned it from the Irish and Italian and black kids.
Right,
who I was hanging out with all the time.
Homophobic.
It's just the culture, dude. It's fucking like, what do you expect from a working class, middle class culture?
Right. No, I grew up in a very similar culture. But,
yeah, you go to public school, everybody's like, you're making fun of your friends because they're gay.
Nobody wants to be gay.
You eat a hot dog, you're like, ha ha, fucking fag.
I'm sure it's better, a little bit better now.
Yeah.
Because...
they're like, oh, it's cool to be gay.
Now you don't want to be trans.
Yeah, you don't want to be straight. You're like, no, I'm gay. I swear I'm gay.
I love cock, I swear.
Yeah. Pussy, ew.
Yeah. You're completely straight, just pretending to be gay.
Yeah, you go home and you're like, finally I can take off my poster of David Hasselhoff.
This faggot likes pussy. What's wrong with him? Yeah. Crazy.
This guy doesn't even fuck boys.
Just some buff black kid saying that to you.
Dude, I heard he got fingered behind the gym. He fingered him behind the gym.
Oh, gay fingering?
Dude,
I've never heard of such a
There
thing.
is something, this phrase, he got fingered, is really gross.
Freddy got fingered.
That's a classic movie. Great movie, dude.
It is a good movie.
I was shocked at how funny it was.
Yeah.
It's also really egregious.
There are parts of it that are hilariously bad, like you're laughing at it, not with it.
Yeah,
but there are parts that are pretty funny.
The horse cock jerking off was a bit much.
Yeah.
That triggered my gay OCD.
It was funny though.
I was like, yeah, I bet you like that horse cock. And I was like, I don't like horse cock. I'm not gay.
But you've transcended your gay OCD.
I think so. I think I'm.
Yeah. You're totally down to potentially be gay now.
Nope. I've been.
I tried to make myself gay. That's how much I don't have internalized homophobia.
That's pretty gay.
It is pretty gay.
But
unfortunately, it didn't work. Well, I'm just not into it, man. I tried to put myself in that state. I was like, why do women find men so attractive? Could I like...
I mean, I get it.
Like an acquired taste. I was like, I used to hate Scotch. Now I love Scotch.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll love a man with a big hairy chest someday.
Yeah, you should just try fucking a few guys. But Scotch could take a while, so it's like you fuck 5, 6 guys, and then you're like, maybe the next one, though.
I don't think sexuality works like taste buds, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be a lot easier. But no, I just think I'm not... It's just...
Maybe they just weren't your type.
It's the physicality with men. I've had really close male friendships. Where there was like, you felt there's like a real kinship there. And it was like, not you, because you're not that feminine.
I thought you were going to say pretty.
No. That would be so much more me. Yeah. Yeah.
Not you, because you're not attractive enough for me.
I love how this podcast started with me, like, gazing at your ass. And it. I'm like...
At least that part wasn't audio.
No, I've met some, like, flaming gay Twinkie kind of guys, and I've been like, wow, you have like real feminine energy.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I could, if I could put your personality in a woman's body, like I might be able to date somebody like that. But don't you think it's the looks?
But don't you think they'd have a feminine personality too?
Who?
The guy who's acting feminine.
The gay guy?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
put their personality in a prettier guy?
In a woman.
Oh, in a woman.
Because
But that's a woman's personality.
The physicality is the problem, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying I can't date a guy because I'm so unattracted to the guys. Physique.
Yeah.
You know, and that, unfortunately, you just can't get past that.
Well, this is why I've had this argument with a close friend of mine. I've had an argument with a close comic friend who, like, he likes trans girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not going to do it. And he's like, come on, dude, why wouldn't you just fuck a trans girl? And I'm like, because of the cock, dude. And he's like, that's just a cock.
That's a big debate, for sure.
Yeah. And he's like, whatever, dude, it's just a cock, get over it. And I'm like,
yeah.
That's a lot to get over.
I have a trans friend who tried to talk me into that recently, too.
Yeah.
They were like, listen, like, why aren't you into trans girls? I'm like,
because
I'm
of the
straight?
cock. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
But that's
why aren't you into being a guy?
That's considered very transphobic by a lot of people.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people would say because a trans woman is a woman, and I believe that for all intents and purposes, but physically,
yeah,
there are important distinctions.
I wouldn't be with a woman, a biological woman
who had a cock. Yeah.
If I was dating a girl and she went out and got a cock, I wouldn't keep fucking her.
If she grew a cock.
Yeah, if she went to the cock store.
Or she was one of those, like, I don't know whether hermaphrodite is a slur, but, you know, people were born with like a cock and a vagina.
Yeah. That's just the term.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're a guy who...
I call it a double whammy.
If you're a guy who fucks trans girls and you identify as straight, I don't have a problem with that. Because they have their essence is feminine, but...
I don't have a problem with it, but it's not straight.
I'm a straight guy, and it's just a bridge too far.
Dude, fucking a trans girl is straight like Greek people are white.
That's your new opener.
Don't even get me started on Italians.
Yeah. Like Greek people are white.
Yeah, you think olive is white?
Not really.
I mean, even fucking France is pushing it.
That reminds me of like really old Italian people sometimes. Yeah. I've heard multiple people, which is...
Yeah, I could say the N-word.
It's a hilarious hill to die on to be like, you know, we didn't used to be considered white.
Yeah.
You know, we're not really white.
No, I'm like, I agree.
You are. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, it's like Jewish people who are like, oh, we're not white, we're Jewish.
Yeah.
And it's like...
You're the whitest people on earth.
Yeah, okay. You're almost as white as Asians.
Unless... the true whites.
The true white people.
We might as well be black compared to Asians.
Yeah, because we all know that, like, white, in the concept of white, it means, like, the most advanced. So it's like, clearly it's the Asians.
Sure, we all know that. Yeah.
This is just a premise.
Not racist at all.
This is a premise we can all get behind. So right. Whites are on top. That means that Asians are white.
I don't know if I'd say advanced.
I mean, just in terms of, like, skull size.
Just in terms of skull size.
Yeah, skull size and shape.
According to skull size.
If you like look at the trajectory of the jaw toward the neck.
It's Asians and then white people, Hispanics. No, I think...
I like that you only went blah, blah, blah for the last race.
There are other
Asians,
races.
whites, Hispanics, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. No, there are more races than people think. Just like there are more liquors than people think.
It's the Grand Prix.
It's not just gin, whiskey, right? It's, you know, you have your liqueurs and you have Aborigines.
Yeah, you have true whites. You got fake whites.
Native Americans. A bunch of people who identify as their own thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm like white, but I got a black cock.
Do you really?
No. But that's like
you wish.
That's the kind of trans I want to be.
Just trans cock.
Yeah, like not even full transracial. Like I'm not trying to be a woman.
I'm cis, but my cock is trans.
I just want the bottom surgery.
Right.
What if my legs were black and my whole upper body was white?
Everything else.
My
Your
legs
feet are white
pitch
too.
black.
Yeah. Just black legs.
Up until like my fucking cock, which is also white.
That would be funny if mixed race people, instead of being like blended skin,
Like
just
spots.
half of them were white and the other they're like a centaur.
Isn't that disease that's now really popular to talk about in culture and shit like that?
Vitiligo.
Yeah, vitiligo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like some Call of Duty character who has it now.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, very stupid. Very stupid.
What are we gonna represent everybody?
Yeah, exactly. It would be
My
so...
Call of Duty character has no neck. He has no eyes.
Next we're gonna have a trans Call of Duty character.
A trans species. Some guy who thinks he's a cat.
Yeah, exactly. You just get a furry.
Yeah. Furry skins.
Dude, I ran into a girl on Hinge that was like, I like furries for the first time. And I was like, whoa.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It was weird.
A woman who prefers furries.
So I was like, hey, I'll take it. I've always thought the foxtail butt plug is kind of nice.
You might be a furry, bro.
I don't want the whole suit. It's just like any butt plug.
You
is
just
kinda
like
cool.
holding on to that tail.
It's
from
not bad.
behind.
It's almost like
I wouldn't be down for it.
it's like furry anal beads that don't go all the way in.
I don't like anal beads either, dude.
Don't knock it till you try
You're
it.
way more of a freak than me.
You haven't even tried.
I think you kind of know. That's like saying you haven't even tried gay sex.
You haven't. I keep telling you.
You go from homosexual OCD to homosexual fundamentalist.
Yeah, now I'm just, it's the opposite kind of homosexual OCD. I'm obsessed with homosexuality.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, God.
I can't stop watching Will and Grace. It's so good.
I need to try every kind of cock so I know that
Yeah.
if I want a cock in a certain occasion, what kind I want.
Right. Which shape fits in my throat best? Judas Priest is my favorite band.
I need a black one that's 9 inches in my ass. And an Asian one that's 0.5 inches in my mouth.
How dare you?
It's because they're advanced, dude. They're going to reproduce asexually
This might
soon.
be our most problematic podcast yet.
Well, you know, it's the best advertising. Come to see me
Yeah.
do stand-up comedy. It'll be a lot of this and very little anything else.
Yeah.